Senile. Babbzy since you're born, say you spoil. Go Babbzy, go Babbzy, go Babbzy, go Babbzy. I want your block them up slowly and shake up the merchandise.
What's up, everybody? Your girl Babbzy here. A different kind of video for you guys today. I actually should have done this video like maybe 2.5 years ago, so I'm a bit late. You understand? But I'm a Beijing. We always late. But the truth is, it's now time for me to talk about this. I should have been a little bit more open about this when it started to happen, and now it's just gotten to the point where it's the breaking point, and I really would like to be honest with a lot of you because you're my followers and you've been with me through this and, you know, riding with me through a whole bunch of ups and downs. But right now, this is really rock bottom, and it's time for me to be honest about what's really going on here. Now, before some of you guys start panicking, I'm not dying or nothing. I'm okay, okay? But about 2.5 years ago, I hit a really low point in my blog. The low point stems around an incident where I did a collection for a situation and I got bashed extremely badly for doing this collection. I'm not going to go all the way back to the original start of my blog. As you know, I did a video and then it blew up and then it was kind of just went from there, because you can go back and all of that history will be there. But what I'm going to talk to you about today is not really documented anywhere. This video is probably going to be a little bit longer. I would like it not to be, but I have a feeling I'm going to want to touch on a few points, so it's going to be a little bit longer. So 2.5 years ago, I did a collection for somebody in Jamaica named Maureen Johnson. Now, Maureen Johnson's daughter, Charisse White, who is Jamaican as well, was murdered in Barbados. So when this happened, right, they were saying that Barbados should be sending her body back to Jamaica, and then they were saying that Jamaica should be funding the body to come back, and everybody was arguing about it. And if you know me, Carla, in real life, I'm not a problems stewing person. I'm a solutions person. I work as a business analyst, a senior business analyst in IT, in banking and insurance systems. So it's my job to find solutions for the business when they want to make a change to an application, a web app, whatever it is, right? So that's kind of how my mind is. It's that kind of way where I'm like, we have a problem and we need to fix it, and this is what we're going to do. So I opted to do a collection for this woman. And because I was going to Jamaica in a couple of days, and I'm like, I'm going to go to Jamaica and I'm going to find her and I'm going to give her this money. Now, I started to get a lot of heat from Jamaican people who were like, you don't know where your blood clot do, and blah, 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 and whatever. I was just like, yo, I don't want to hear you right now. We got to get this girl's body back home, because when things like this happen, I don't know how you think, but I think about, what if I was in that situation, or my mother or my father or my brother? So 20 years ago, if I was killed in some country, my mom would have no money to bring me back. She would have never been able to fly my body home. And she would have had to rely on a whole different heap set of people to get me back, because she would not have had the 10,000 US dollars sitting down somewhere to fly me back home. So I automatically knew how it would have felt like being hopeless, being in Jamaica where your money's tight already. And I said, I'm going to help this woman, and I don't care what anybody has to say. Now, there was always allegations about why Charisse was in Barbados. She was a prostitute, whatever. That was irrelevant to me. I just wanted to make sure that I could do and offered assistance in this scenario as much as I could. I actually did go to Jamaica. I actually did find her. And because of all of the sussing about the money, I recorded it, because most times before, we've done Dear Babbzy donations for people where something's in the newspaper, we're like, oh hell no, and we just roll up and decide to help. You know, I've gone to people's house one time. Again, Diane's woman was being beat by her husband and his mother, and I just went there by myself, and I'm like, yo, let's go. And then I took her and dropped her off at another Guyanese family. She's landed now and she's doing great. You know what I mean? Another situation where there was a kid, her mother died, and then the aunt and the uncle took her out of school and had her as a maid. And then I found her great aunt up in like Barrie here in Toronto, in Ontario. And then she's in her last year of high school. There are so many scenarios that we've just stepped in and just helped, because we're not here for the politics. We're just here to help. And this situation made me feel extremely bad when I managed to help Maureen Johnson. And then when it was all said and done and it was in newspapers and all of this stuff and people were contacting me, Bajans lashed out against me so viciously. They were literally like, I can't believe you took money and gave money to some girl selling pussy. And I can't believe, and I mean like for days and days and days, I was being beat up on because I decided to help this woman bring her family home. And for me, I just really went into a blogging depression, I guess you could say. And everybody's career has ups and downs and ups and downs. I have had beefs upon beefs upon beefs. When I have beef with people, it doesn't matter to me because I'm just like, whatever. So JW and Blaze, black, run with that. You know what I mean? Vegas, black, run with that. Like, Admiral Nelson, black. Like, I've had beefs, you know what I mean? But when you're beating up on me for helping somebody, I don't know how to respond to that, but to shut down. So people were like, Babbzy, nah, man, you know, you did the right thing. You know what? I'm proud of you and whatever. But when people are saying that, it doesn't combat the hatred that you're getting day in and day out for helping somebody because they're a different nationality. And you can go back to video blogs of me from before. I don't see nationality. I see culture. So to me, there's no difference between a Vinci, a Bajan, a Lucian. We're all the same culture, right? Fine. So after that happened, it's just been these kinds of times where something goes on and then I just kind of go into a blogging depression and I don't want to say nothing and I don't want to talk about nothing. And then it's like, it just goes up and down and up and down. Since this year, things hit rock bottom because I was asked to discuss some topics. The missionaries being killed in Jamaica, Drake doing dance hall and stealing from the culture, and giving my opinion on these things was really a bad idea. And especially when it comes to Jamaica, it is something that I don't know and I don't understand, and maybe somebody will come and explain this to me. But the average Jamaican, I don't understand their ideology in how they want to fix problems, solve problems. So for me, you want to know why dancehall artists are not being booked to the magnitude soca artists are. I, Babbzy, who work with promoters and I work with artists, I work with events. So I'm there at the creativity stage, the execution stage, and then the end result stage. So I can tell you, well, this is what promoters are steering away from. You know, disrespect towards women and this and that. Like, so I'm in those conversations. So I'm shedding insight on that. And all of a sudden now, I hate Jamaican and me a blood clot, this and transvestite and all these things you could think of. That doesn't bother me. Whatever you have to say about me doesn't bother me. What bothers me though is you now want to stalk my life and harass me. So now I have 3 people who, for whatever reason, will not give up. I have to block a new profile from them every week on a video. They're just there, new profile. You bitch, you motherfucker, fuck you, Jamaicans gonna kill you, this, that, like every single week. Because I think that Drake should be allowed to do dancehall. Because I feel like you should not be looking at race and ethnicity when it comes to music. Because as a child, music brought all of us together when we really were outsiders here in Toronto. So if you were Trini, if you were Bajan, if you were Vinci and Lucian, in Jamaica there's a party, Pini Pini Panyu, meant a lot to all of us. And now I'm seeing that it's not allowed to mean a lot to all of us because in this new world, we have to hate each other because we're from different islands. And I don't know how to navigate around this any longer. So now I'm not allowed to talk about dancehall. I'm not allowed to talk about Jamaican topics. So let's fast forward to now. A couple of weeks ago, 2-year-old was shot and killed in Jamaica. Some guys rolled up and went to shoot his father and ended up shooting the child. And I was getting sent this story left, right, and center. People like, Babbzy, you need to say something. And I'm like, don't say nothing, Babbzy. Just don't do it, because you know what is going to happen. You're going to get enthralled in this big bacchanal with Jamaicans who are going to say you hate them and you this and you that, and just don't do it. So now that I'm not talking about it, I'm getting the lashing of a lifetime. Oh, you just want to help these ones and these ones, but you don't want to help us. And I don't know what to do anymore. I don't know what to talk about anymore. I don't know who to help anymore, because this bipolarism going on is like, your boat capsizes out in the middle of the ocean, and I come out there with my speedboat, and you're drowning, and you've been out there for days, and I'm like, get in this boat and I'm gonna take you back, and you're like, no, I don't want you, get the fuck out of here. And then it's like I start to steer back, and then you're out there waving, screaming that you're gonna die, and then I steer back and you're like, no, I'm not going in the boat with you. And it's like, what the hell is going on? You have problems. Nation A, Nation B, Nation C, Nation D. In the Caribbean as a whole, we have a crime issue. Why? Well, because of these reasons. Shut your fucking mouth, Babbzy. You're not a fucking this and that. You grudge us. I'm going to say something to you, and it's going to probably be the most conceited comment I've ever made in my life. I have no reason to grudge any island person on the planet. I am from Canada, which is deemed in almost every single statistical chart survey in the world as being the top nation, top 5 nation in the world. I had to get a blood transfusion the other day and got one like that. The ambulance came for me like that. My mom was sick the other day. Ambulance came. Like, I don't have a complaint in the fucking world. But what I do have is a vast amount of knowledge how my mom and dad, who are immigrants, who came here with nothing, how my brother and I managed to move out of poverty into lower and middle class people. Do you want to know how we did that? No. Because when I start to tell you about it, your blood clot bossy. You feel you're better than people. Your blood clot this, and what do you want? Every day you're waving the flag. Oh, black people, we getting treated like this, we getting treated like that. Do you want some suggestions? Talk to me, who was making 6 figures in the corporate world before the age of 30, who is still in corporate right now and tends to be one of the very few black people in their floor, in their department. You want to know how I got there? No, I can't tell you. Because you don't want to know how I got there, because, oh, you didn't come from the real ghetto. You came from Malvern, which is the fake ghetto. Anytime I open my mouth about being black, I'm null and void. Oh, you're not a black man. You're not real black because you didn't come from Rexdale. And you didn't come from Jane and Finch. You come from Malvern, and Malvern is a cakewalk compared to Jane and Finch. What do you want me to do? So now people are being shot in America. Tulsa, Oklahoma, a man's gunned down by police, and I'm silent. Bitch, why are you not talking? Why are you not talking? Why are you not talking, Babbzy? Oh, well, you want a suggestion? Shut the fuck up. You're not even American. Stay out of our fucking business. And now I no longer know what to do and what to talk about. And when I look at Babbzy, where I want to go, my brand, what I want to do, what I want to accomplish, I realize that I will never get there doing these topics. I will never get there helping. Because if I help a Jamaican, a Vinci is mad. The other day I got tore into because I posted the video of a Vinci woman that had a baby and dashed it in the pit toilet. Leave white people alone. What a blood clot. What do you mean leave your people alone? A child was thrown into the fucking pit toilet. Yeah, but who cares? You're not Vinci. Why do you care? Because I'm a human being, and someone dashed a child into a fucking pit toilet with the umbilical cord still hanging on it. Yeah, but you know what? Don't judge. You don't know what she's going through. I'm not judging, but there's a very big fucking problem if you are finding babies alive in a pit toilet. This has nothing to do with St. Vincent. This has to do with humanity. Something that you guys seem to not understand. Because the first thing you want to talk about is leave my country alone. Don't talk about my country. Blah, 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 blah. The other day, how much people were deported from the UK back to Jamaica? I can't talk about it because the minute I say something, I'm blood clot bad mind and I'm grudging and I'm all these things that everybody wants to run up and say to me all the time. And you want to know fucking something? All I'm trying to do is help. If you think I'm looking for attention, I could get attention. I could come up here and show you my camel toe and get 2 million followers with the blink of an eye. But I have been trying to offer insight and ways to improve your community. I'm not doing it anymore. I, effective today, am not doing it anymore. My blog is in a rebranding process. There are things I would like to do. When it comes to these Caribbean rights and Caribbean justice, I have nothing to say. Because the minute I start to talk about it, you all have a problem with it. So you need to figure it out. The FBI has now gone into Jamaica. Do you think this is something good? They're not coming there to help Jamaica. And there are people out here who are American Jamaican offering insight, and you guys are telling them, your blood clot foreign Yankee, shut up, your blood clot mouth. Who do you want to help you? Who do you want to come and help you? Who? Who is it that you want to help you? Because you need help. Every day, people are being killed. Women and men are being suicide and murder, double suicide, murder, all kind of things. Relationship people, children being molested left, right, and center. Who is helping you? You don't even want anybody to bring it up, far less help. So why am I here being beaten around by y'all? Something happens, you're like, Babbzy, come. This year's the first year we have not done any school donations. Because God forbid what happened to Rihanna when she put up 4 scholarships. Vincey's done with her. Trini's done with her. She didn't give our country any money. Fuck her. I'm not buying a Rihanna CD ever again, like Rihanna owes anybody anything. When people step up to help, all you all do is beat the fuck out of them. And I'll be damned if I can lose my size of a platform out here trying to play Martin Luther Queen ass. It's not going to happen any longer. So any topic that I choose to talk about, I'm going to talk about it. The other day I was talking about Usain Bolt and the girlfriend and the rumors about it. And I was like, look, people, most of you are with men that cheat. A lot of you think this is okay. I thought to say you're not talking about that Jamaican. Fuck off. Because I don't know if you think that's doing something to me. You are the one struggling, not me. Why are you doing that? You don't make any sense. What are you beating up on me for? It's different when we are all in the march together. I'm not in the march because I'm not in poverty. I can tell you how to get out. I can pull you and tell you how to come out. But if you think I'm going to let you pull me down and fight with you to get you to a better place, I'm not fucking doing it. I am so sick of this whole, you are Bajan, your accent is fake, you this, you that. I am not doing it no longer. So Maybelline and Revlon and CoverGirl, if you want to send me some mascara to review, I will review it. If you want to send me the new Peruvian fucking straight that doesn't even need to flat iron, I will review it. But God bless you if you think that every single fucking day of my life I'm going to get up and get on my Facebook and listen to somebody calling me a transvestite because I don't want to help this, or I said something about this that they didn't want me to say. You have got to be fucking crazy. I am so over this right now. It is not even funny. And Kevin just be like, Babbzy, come on, you got the voice. One day. He's optimistic and I'm not, because you know what? I've been in this for the last 6 years and it's no fun looking around at my peers that have been around the same length of time as me and they're multi-millionaires. And I'm here arguing with somebody whose fucking countryman has thrown their picnic into a pit toilet. And now all of a sudden I'm bad mind against Vincentians. I don't have time for this fuckery anymore. And it is unfortunate because I come from a family of helpers. All I know is to help and offer insight and offer guidance. I'm not doing this. So find somebody else to designate for your country. You will get no one. Because in this time, no one wants to step up and help because no one wants to be abused. So I don't know what to tell you because you're out in the middle of the ocean drowning and people come in with their speedboat and you don't want to get in their speedboat. So stay out there and fucking drown. That's the only thing I can tell you right now. But I'm not black enough, I'm not ghetto enough, I'm not ratchet enough, I don't have the proper experience to talk about black issues in Canada. Why? Because I have a positive outcome. Why? Because I think that you need to change this from Black Lives Matter to All Lives Matter because that's the only way you're going to get this done. And it's not about the path you take to get there, it's about getting there. And the only way you're gonna make Black lives better is when you start to include everyone's life. Because people like inclusion. Half of you don't know what's going on in Syria because you don't fucking care. It's not anyone related to you. It's nothing to do with you, so you don't know. So if someone came and said Syrian lives matter, you wouldn't give two shits. And that's the same way every non-Black person, or majority of them, are gonna feel when they see Black lives matter. If you need to call it all lives matter to save Black people, then change the fucking name. But you all too nitpicking about bullshit. You want it to be Black Lives Matter? Leave it at Black Lives Matter. It will always be seen as an intimidating name and an intimidating group. I live around white people. I'm telling you that right now. The only way you're gonna get Black Lives to Matter is if you start making Black Lives Matter. Because every time somebody's killed in Chicago, everybody's gonna be like, but they're killing Black people in gangs over there. What do you say back? Yeah, but the police, no, but they're killing Black people over there. If you don't step to the plate, you cannot expect others to step to the plate. That's my only advice to give you. I'm not ghetto. So I don't know what it was to split corned beef cans between 5 people for 4 days because I didn't live there. And going to school with holes in my shoe because my foot is size 11 and I'm wearing a size 7 shoe. I don't know them days, right? You need to stop shutting down people's voices when they come up to talk and listen to what they're suggesting to you. Because just because somebody is suggesting another way to do things is not that they're suggesting that you don't do it. They're suggesting that you look at a different angle. But you people too fucking sensitive and fucking small-minded to understand that. So that is where I am right now. I've been in a blogging slump for the last 2 years, and I am making it a goal to get past this. I hope you figure out y'all selves. I hope you pick the right fucking prime minister, because I can tell you the amount of licks Bajans gave me when I told them do not vote back this Democratic Labour Party office back in office because there's no economists on their team and they're going to fuck you up royally. Look where Barbados is right now. Look how high gun violence is in Barbados right now. But I'm not Bajan, so I'm not commenting on it because I live in Canada. So let me talk about Trudeau and fuck off. That's where my thing is at right now. Any discussion, I'll choose to review it. Right now, I'm out.